The problem with most people is that their problems aren't big enough. Of course, that's never how it feels over the course of an average day. We're all bogged down with 1,000 tiny choices, 1,000 tasks that we need to attend to, 1,000 different issues that demand our attention. Who would willingly choose to add greater problems into that mixture? The answer should actually be all of us. The problem with all of these tiny problems is that for the most part, they're oriented towards resolving a singular issue, our need for self-esteem. You go on a date with someone who doesn't text you back the next day, and you can't stop wondering what you did wrong. You get a negative performance review at a job you're not even passionate about, and you can't stop feeling inadequate. You see your peers, your siblings, your colleagues all progressing at a faster pace than you seem to be progressing, and you start feeling afraid of getting left in the dust. These are all tiny blows individually, but they eat away at your confidence over time. And the reason they have such a big effect is because you are fuckwithable. Let me break that term down for you. People who are fuckwithable are people who do not feel whole, people who place their self-worth in the hands of others and only feel good enough when they are accepted, admired, or praised. We are all growing up as fuckwithable people. We exist in a social ecosystem, and it's difficult to tear ourselves apart from the natural craving for approval. But if we are able to retrain that craving and transform ourselves into people who are unfuckwithable, that's when we truly move into our power. There are two components that go into being unfuckwithable. The first is having self-fueled goals. If your goal is to get a particular person to love you, you are fuckwithable. Your failure or success lies in the hands of somebody else. However, if your goal is to bring as much energy, love, and enthusiasm as you can into the lives of people around you, you are unfuckwithable. You are in control of that situation. Any love or acceptance you get back from it is simply a bonus. The second component of being unfuckwithable is realizing that you are enough, that you will be enough in the future. Once you complete a certain project or fall in love with a certain type of person, being unfuckwithable means that you are enough exactly as you are right now, with no changes, no upgrades or tweaks. Because the thing about people who realize that they are enough is that those thousands of tiny issues that preoccupy them throughout the day suddenly disappear. Their self-esteem is no longer attached to the person who did not text them back or the job they aren't passionate about. So they have the energy to devote themselves to greater causes. They have the resilience to persevere through failure. They have the confidence to dream without restraint because their ego is not on the chopping block. If something goes wrong, people who are unfuckwithable are unstoppable. And I want to share with you 3 quick exercises that can help you get to that place. The first thing I want you to do is to begin telling yourself, I love you. It sounds ridiculous, but it shouldn't. We never miss a chance to tell the people we care about how much we love them. And the number one person you should care about if you want to be unfuckwithable is you. Stand in front of a mirror every morning while you're brushing your teeth or combing your hair and tell yourself, I love you. The next thing I want you to do is to begin practicing self-gratitude. Every morning when you wake up, give thanks for all the good things in your life and start the list of things you're grateful for with you. Thank yourself for the hard work you do, the passion you pour into projects, the love and patience you show towards friends and family. Begin to appreciate the best parts of your personality because what you focus on grows. And people who are unfuckwithable are always growing the best parts of themselves. Now, the last thing I want you to practice is being present. Even the most unfuckwithable people experience stress, pressure, and anxiety. But if you can get yourself through those moments by coaching yourself to slow down, breathe deeply, and surrender into the moment, there is no problem you cannot take on. Unfuckwithable people understand that stress is a normal part of life, but that doesn't mean it needs to defeat them. Becoming unfuckwithable isn't a process that happens overnight. It's a series of deliberate, conscious steps that you take that move you away from self-doubt and towards self-confidence. Because the end goal of becoming unfuckwithable is to move from having holes in your being to being fully whole. Because when you know that you are enough just as you are, absolutely nothing can stand in your way.